Welcome to Sugar Daddy's Podcast, where we get real about love, money, and everything in between. I'm your host, Namon Jones, here with my co-host, Diopla Sample. What's up, D?
What's going on, Namon?
Man, they say love don't cost a thing, but what about companionship?
Hey, man, we just two grown-ass men having real talk, making real connections.
Man, you know something I'm real bad at, D?
What's that?
Breakups.
Ooh, say.
I'm just not good at it. I don't know how to say goodbye. I guess it's a fear of loss. I'm losing something. Even if I'm not in it anymore, I don't feel like I've ever done it properly.
Well, for me, it's more about my investment. Like, it's hard. When you put a lot of money into someone or an investment,
Yeah.
it's hard to let it go. Like most people, when they trade, or they playing the stocks, or they trade stocks,
Yeah.
they hold even when it's going down.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter how long, they just believe it's going to go back up.
You
That's
want
why.
it to.
Because they didn't put so much time, energy, effort into it that they don't want to let go, feel lost, like what you said,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, when it comes to breakups, most of mine hadn't been good.
No, I don't think breakups are ever good. Nobody wins. Nobody wins in a divorce. Nobody wins in a breakup because there's always something there. I'm talking about when it's a real relationship, whether it's a marriage, fiance type thing, boyfriend, girlfriend, even sugar baby, sugar daddy, whatever it is. When it's a real relationship, it's something's always going to be missed if it was real.
Right.
Right? If it was
right,
real.
right.
And so, but I ain't never been good at it because I don't know what it is. Part of it is not just me fear of losing something, but part of it is in my mind, I don't want that. I don't want to hurt I don't want the other person to hurt any worse than it has to be.
I mean, but pain is pain. Like, when you break up, when two people mutually agree, usually that don't happen. It's one person breaking up with the other person, and the other person is not accepting the fact that they want to break up, right? So, like, when I went through my separation, the divorce, it wasn't pretty because she didn't want to let go, but I was done. And so, um, 10 years of the same thing led to our demise rather than us coming together. And we had been through a lot together, built a successful business,
Well, it was the same way with me.
you know?
I was married over 20 years.
Yeah.
Well over 20 years, man. And she didn't want to let go either. I don't know if she didn't want to let go or initially or what have you, but she was comfortable, of course, because
But what is
I
that?
always pay. I always paid everything, so that level for her in my mind, I could be wrong, right? We talk now, we're friends, we good, we cool,
Yeah.
but it took a minute to get there. There was some anger there was some hurts and all those things that caused. We're not even going to dive down that road, right? We're
Yeah.
not talking about the cause, but for me, even in that, it was hard. It was, I don't know. It was, I didn't want to see her hurt. I didn't want to see the hurt any longer. You know what I mean? And I'm, in a whole nother relationship, all those things happen. But my point is that for me, no matter what it is, I don't want to see the hurt. Now, I'll tell you when I did at one point said, well, shit, this is getting, I don't give a damn about the hurt in a minute because who get to keep what? Like, you know what I'm saying? I paid everything for a long time, forever in our marriage.
Yeah.
And she still end up with this or that or whatever. But who get to keep what when you break up?
Well, let me say it this way. You can have that shit. No, you can't. So watch this. I'm the man, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had bought a 65 Mustang in my previous marriage. And I love the car.
Mm-hmm.
When the divorce came, the car was in my name, but it's still parked at the house I left. When I flew back in because we had talked about me going to get the car,
Okay.
that shit changed. At that point, I said that materialistic stuff I can get again. So here's my point: let her have it. That's why I said this in previous episodes. I've given away other businesses just for the fact that I want to see you successful. I want to see you make it.
I mean, we've
Because
done
guess
all of
what?
that.
I'm gonna make it regardless of I'm with you or without you.
Yeah, that's I talked about it earlier about the driver, right? We ain't gonna give up no matter what. So we're gonna make it.
But your
But
question was who get what?
yeah, because shit, it's some shit I work hard for that you like, man. Okay, I'm a gentleman. But is it okay? Let me ask this question: If you establish a crib, you establish some stuff on your own, and then you meet somebody, they don't sign a prenup. But now y'all in your crib that you paid for, but you don't have no prenup. Y'all together. That's her house too now.
So
You break up.
So let me say this. I'm very much aware that I want this woman to be a part of my life.
Yeah.
And if we break up, she'll get half.
So you're saying
Wait, if she don't sign a prenup.
you're saying
I'm very much aware of that. I'm saying
you're
I'm
saying
willing
if you
to
get
split whatever no, I'm not saying that on everybody. What I'm saying, if I go into a relationship and don't sign a prenup, then that's the expectation. If we break up, I'm gonna give you half.
that's your expectation.
That's anybody's expectation.
No,
You don't sign a prenup.
that's not my expectation.
Okay, what's up?
My expectation if I
She ain't giving you shit. She got
if,
in. Build a house,
you gonna let me speak?
buy the cars, yeah.
Okay, let me talk.
Okay, shit.
All right. If I buy a house
Mm-hmm.
and I buy a car and I'm well established,
Right.
like I am right now,
But
and you come along and we start kicking it, and then you move in with me, and then we go further, and we break up, you're not getting half my goddamn house. I don't give a damn who you are, how much I love you. No, sir. I don't think that's right. Now, there's a difference if we establish it together. There's a difference if we built it together. There's a difference if we came together, we built this thing together, and we worked hard together. But I'll be damned. If I'm gonna go out here and work real hard, get a house, get a car, do all those things, and I add you to that, and then you leave me, and you won't have.
well,
Hell to the no.
okay.
To the no.
So hang on. You just said something about the breakup. You said if she can leave
Well,
you.
break up. We broke up.
Okay.
If we break up,
If we break up, now if she leave you, yes, I'm in a total agreement. But you
I don't
left.
give a damn if I leave her. If I leave you, you gave me a reason to leave. I ain't gonna just leave you. If I leave a woman, you gave me a reason to. If I really fall in love with you and we together, you done moved in my house. I done added value to you and you've added value to me because I moved you in my spot and we now become one. If I have to leave you, you fuck this up somehow. If I leave you, so to me, there ain't no difference. If you leave me or I leave you, either way, it's a breakup.
It's a breakup.
And so
you
can't, no, you ain't gonna break up with me and I done built all this and I paid for all of it. No, I'm sorry. Now, there's a difference of sugar baby kind of thing where I'm buying luxury bags, what we do, and the travels and all that kind of stuff. I ain't asking for none of that back. Rings, jewelry, all of that kind of stuff. No. Real assets for me, you can't get half of that if you didn't help me build it. I don't think that's right.
Well, it's right if you married her and you didn't sign a prenup. It's right.
Even if I married you, okay. If
I'm
I married
saying
you,
if you don't sign a prenup, you're saying,
listen,
I'm bringing you into my world so you can share what I have built for us.
I have built this for me before I met you.
Okay.
Before I didn't have
I'm
you.
willing to share it with
I didn't
you.
have you in mind when I built this, right? So this is why people get a prenup. Now I'm saying what to me was fair, right? We ain't talking about legally. We know that. I'm paying for something right
A
now.
prenup is a legal
No,
document.
I'm not talking about the prenup. I'm
Okay.
talking about in general.
Right.
Scratch the prenup. I mean,
You
prenup. Scratch
okay?
the prenup.
All right.
I'm talking about I buy a house. I'm established. I lived in the house 4 or 5 years before I even met you.
Right.
I add you to my dynamics, and then we grow, right? But you didn't help me buy the house, build the house, and those things. You've added value because you've added your companionship. You've added your being to my presence. All those things are why I want you to be a part of it. But if you leave me, or if I had to separate from you as a result of you damaging this relationship, to me, you don't deserve half of what I've had established before you, as well as maintained the entire time for you to just leave me and take half. There's a difference, however, if you and I together go out and we married, we together, we coupled up, whatever the case may be, fiance, boyfriend, girlfriend, if we establish it together. If we go out and get some property together and say, baby, I'm going to buy this house for us. I'm going to move us in. I'm going to do what I do, right? I'm going to handle everything. Then you leave, or I leave you because of whatever case may be. I can see now, okay, we gotta split this thing. I understand that point. But I can't see it when you ain't help me build nothing. I can't see it when you ain't had no input on nothing. I brought you here. I can't get with that. That's just me. I understand what the law say, right? I'm dealing with, you know what I mean? I still pay a price. It's all good. I come to grips with that. I understand the law. Not talking about from the law aspect.
Yeah,
Just from a fairness perspective.
Yeah, but well, when you look at a breakup, you're
Yeah.
talking about a breakup in terms of someone that you have been in a relationship with for a period of time, right? So that means y'all have established something together. The monetary things you can. This is why I see it. I can get it again. Now, even if you didn't help me build it, I'm not saying I'm giving you anything. I am saying if I enter into a relationship, you say forget the prenup. Okay, so forget that. We ain't married, but you've been by my side and
That's the
you
difference.
supported me, and we just didn't make it. Then you're entitled to something.
That's a difference.
Yeah.
That's a difference.
But now,
when you ain't
what
help
you're
me build
entitled
nothing,
to is determined by me.
but you saying the same thing then.
Yeah.
I don't think you did
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
asset, not my
I'm
house.
saying what you're saying.
Yeah, I
I'm
agree with that.
you. I'm good. I agree with that. You can't, it just depends on the dynamics of, and each individual is different, right? Because again, just like when you have okay, wife, girlfriend, sugar baby, whatever we want to call it, these multiples, okay? Each one treated different. Each one get different.
Yeah.
Each one get time different.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
They get love different. They get sex different. They just do. It's no two people are the same. So you have different experiences with different people. And so for me, when it comes to what you get, it's based on my experience of what we did at the end of the day. Because when I think about when I separated from all the sugar babies that I had, some did take something. Some didn't get nothing. Some got a business. Some got mentorship. Some got to keep the rings, the watches,
The bags.
the bags, the shoes. No. The BBLs.
Yeah, the BBLs, the
They got to
clothes.
keep. They got to keep all
of that. Yeah.
And the BBL.
You think?
The
Yeah.
BBL.
Yeah, it's BBL.
Okay.
Yeah. You paid for BBL?
Yeah, I did. 2 of them.
Ooh.
Yeah, I paid for 2.
How you feel about the BBLs?
I think anything that enhances a woman's beauty should be, if a woman can enhance her beauty, like, okay, of course, the older we get, your breasts start to sag, you want to push them back up. I don't have no problem with that.
Okay.
Maybe you ain't got a whole bunch of booty. Like I should be into big booties, but I'm not anymore. I'm kind of.
I still like natural though.
I ain't saying natural ain't fine.
I still like
I'm
natural.
saying what I am saying though.
You think it?
Don't. Here's my thing.
Yeah.
I understand a woman enhancing her booty,
Yeah.
but don't do too much to your lips till you look like a duck.
Let me tell you something. Man, shit, if I pay for a BBL and you leave me, I'm gonna come repo my shit. I gotta come back and get it, man.
What you mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Wait,
Listen,
wait, 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 wait.
listen, man.
How in the hell are you gonna take a BBL
Hey, I'm
back?
gonna stick a pin in your ass.
Wait,
I'm gonna do something.
wait.
Hey,
You can. You
I
can.
want it back.
How you get it back?
I want it back.
So she gonna have
I
another service.
am the BBL repo man. I'm gonna stick a pin in this shit.
Well, I got two walking around right now.
Hey,
Yeah,
if I
shit.
pay for a BBL,
Yeah.
you know, I don't pay for some shit, no, but you know, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
I
That,
mean,
you know,
if I rock with you and you
yeah,
want to do something, you know, you want to enhance your ability to increase our desire for each other,
yeah.
I'm cool with that.
I told one of the sugar babies one time I want her to give me a baby. She thought I was bullshitting. I told her if you give me a baby, I'll give you a BBL. I ain't got no baby.
And she ain't got no
She ain't got
BBL.
no BBL. Yeah.
I mean, you know, but when you look at how women interact with men who are successful,
Mm-hmm.
um, there's still a difference. It's a difference in. That's why you have certain women of certain caliber
Yeah.
that only go certain places.
I get that.
Like like for me, if I'm looking for a sugar baby
Yeah.
of a certain caliber, I'm gonna find her in certain places.
I got a question for you.
She ain't gonna be at the neighborhood
Right. Or walk
spot.
the street. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
A question for you though. Do it feel different with BBL?
You know what? Let me say this. Um, as far as the firmness of the butt, you know it's not real, so it's real. It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, it's pretty hard.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The breast is they can feel natural, but for me, what I always like to do, I tell a woman, "Can you feel me touching you?" Because some women can't
Yeah,
feel
the
through that.
sensitivity.
Yeah. So
I,
if you can feel me touching you, that's a difference.
yeah.
Okay.
I've been with a woman who've had a BBL, right? But the difference of you and I'm assuming you was with this woman before her BBL and then after, right? I ain't never had that experience.
I was with her when she had.
Before and then after.
Listen, I was with her. She had two done.
Okay. But you was with her before she had the
I
first
was
one, right?
with her before she had the first one.
So my question is, that's what I'm saying. So could you tell a distinct difference though for real? Cause I don't know that.
Well, no. I was with her. She had just got it done. So I got with her like 6 weeks or 8 weeks later when I met her.
Okay.
So she had just got her first one done. Okay.
And then you paid for two more?
No, now pay for another one. So she had another one since I. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And then I paid for another one and another shit.
Got it.
Yeah.
So have you ever been with one that before you paid for the BBL, you was with her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So could you tell a difference? Because I only been,
Um,
I don't know what
Yeah,
that's
well,
like. Yeah.
I could as far as appearance, yes. As far as me feeling, I could tell the difference.
But sexually,
Sexually, it was the same.
okay.
There was nothing different about the sex.
It don't fit.
It was just the appearance of what she looked like prior to. Because once she had no butt,
Was it still a turn on?
and she had enough around her waist to put back there, and she did.
Was it more of a turn on for you after she got it done?
Yeah, that one was. That one was. The other one, I'm not gonna say nothing to be hating. I'm just saying sometimes you can do too much. You know, you can see some
Yeah.
BBLs where you done too much, man. Like,
Mm.
stop. You know, I'm not against a woman enhancing her beauty. I want you to look at the best you possibly can. Here's the problem. Stop using all them damn filters.
But too
Snapchat
much.
got you where you looking one way. Now if I meet you, you don't even look like
Oh
the
hell,
picture I
the
saw.
catfish. Mm-mm.
No, I'm telling you,
That's what I'm
man.
saying. Yeah, you catfish.
And like it's so many people, and this ain't no lie. Going to the cliffhanger, taking pictures on private jets and posting them. No, hold up. Like they flying. Helicopters, like they're doing. I listen. Perception is everything.
Perception is reality.
Okay.
Perception is
However, the
reality.
way I see it is, the more authentic you can be, and the more you post your real true self, the more we can identify with you. They fake ass shit. I can't. I see it all the time. I can tell. I look at them and be like, no, oh, you got a lot of followers, but you don't own nothing. Oh, you got this, but you ain't. And it's a social media world where we live in, where it's a look at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
They looking at me, you, oh, you sugar daddies. Well, I mean, I don't apologize for the life I have lived and is living.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but it took a lot of hard work, grind, grit, and real energy and tenacity, mentorship, all of these things to get to a level to where I can call my own shots. Okay, and then most people don't understand what it means to follow.
Mm-hmm.
Like you gotta follow somebody before you can lead them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great, great leaders were great followers first,
Mm-hmm.
right? So when you talk about relationships and a person being who gets what, it's who led who and who followed who.
I think for real, in the nature of the breakup determines who get what. Like if you leave me for another dude, you leave me some bullshit, whatever. I don't think you deserve shit, right? If we break up as a result of me messing up, of course you do. If we break up as a result of you messing up and I built all this, I just, I think that should be a prerequisite. Who call who calls the breakup? Who calls the breakup should be determined, should be the key factor of determining who get what.
Well, what if it's two people who just can't get along? Nobody really
Well, then
calls it.
but then you split it.
Okay,
Then I can see you split it.
that makes sense.
I think you split it. That should be the key determining factor. Who caused the breakup? Now, if you can't just get along, you know what I'm saying, or if it's a money thing or whatever, split it.
Here's what I discovered, and I said this with my relationship partner the other day. I said, it's not me against you.
We're on the same team.
Yeah. It's not you against me.
That's right.
It's us against the
world.
problem.
Yeah, that's right.
Whatever the problem is.
I agree.
So when we come together to tackle the problem, we can overcome. But as long as I see you against me or me against you,
So always be that
vice versa,
Yeah.
we always fighting this problem.
I
But
agree.
why don't we come together and fight the problem together?
I agree with that. I agree. So man, you paid for 2 BBL. Okay, man.
Man, I pay for two.
What's the how much you charge? How much a BBL?
She went to wherever she went. I don't know. I gave her $7,000.
$7,000.
Yeah, I gave one $7,000. I gave the other one like 8,500.
And what they get done?
A BB.
I mean, I'm talking about like
like
everything.
breast, booty.
Legs, thighs, all that stuff.
Yes. Yes.
And was you with them?
Yeah, I was.
How long was like the recovery time and all that?
Dude, hold up. Let me say this. I have a whole lot of respect for any woman that go get a BBL.
Mm.
Let me tell you why. What I seen when I seen what a woman actually put her body through,
Mm-hmm.
where all of the drainage and leaking and the cuts and the oh man, oh my God.
You was there for all of that, man.
Man, I sat through all that. I watched it. I even helped. I'm
You
like,
changed
whoa.
bandages and all that stuff.
Boy, I ain't changed no business. Hell no. But I'm saying I was there
Through
through
the
all of
process.
it. Yeah, when she came back,
Yeah.
and she was all bandaged up and just leaking, and the man say, "Whoo wee." I have a, I know what she went through.
Yeah.
So, and they say beauty is pain,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I realized that women that actually go get a BBL done,
Mm-hmm.
I have so much respect for you. So
It ain't
much.
just BBL. Now I've never seen the BBL, right? But like my ex-wife got a breast done. Not when I say get a breast, she should get a breast reduction. 'Cause she had a huge breast, but she had a small. She was small in stature, feature, right? And to your point, the leakage, man, and the stuff that even from that perspective. So I can only imagine because she had to wrap herself up. She had all these drainage tubes under her breast, that kind of thing. But I can only imagine a full BBL. I ain't never had that
Say
or witnessed that at
man,
all.
yeah, it's really very interesting. It is because to see what that's like a restructuring of the body
Yeah.
where they take certain parts of the body and move it. Like fat around
Yeah,
the
yeah,
waist,
yeah.
they move it. Now, don't get me wrong. Some BBLs, some women should have never got.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got too much sitting up top. You got humps. If you
Oh,
got
that's
humps
horrible.
sitting up there, so you
Whew.
need to take some of that out.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can be shaped right. But um, it was an experience that I think if a woman decides to get a BBL
Uh-huh.
and you support it,
Yeah.
and you got to be there through it. Like I was there through it because I paid for it, I supported it,
How
and
long
whew.
how long would it did it take for you to touch her again? I mean, like really
Um,
touch her, because I think part of the process they got to get
Probably
massages and
like
that kind of stuff,
yeah,
right?
they gotta get
So they kind of
massages.
get used to your
Yeah,
body
about
getting touched
six,
again.
8 weeks, man. It'll be about 6, 8 weeks.
That ain't
About
long,
it
okay.
ain't
Yeah, yeah,
long,
yeah.
but the point is,
I
by that
understand.
time they can kind of bear with you being able to touch them, lay on them,
Yeah.
whatever. So about 6, 8 weeks, and then a lot of the drainage is gone.
Okay. The
You
swelling
know,
gone
you're
down.
sweating all that. Yeah. So after about 6, 8 weeks, then because women, the vagina ain't been touched, so you good there. But I'm saying everything else you got to be able to
Be
kind of manage
sensitive
and
on.
maintain. Yeah,
Would you get
yeah.
some work done on yourself?
Man, you know what? No, seriously.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it. So I've been working. I had surgery on my shoulder from an accident,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Two surgeries this year.
Yeah.
And so I picked up a little weight around my waist at 55. I'm like, damn, well, I can work out.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
But I thought
We
about it.
worked out, yeah.
Man, if I do a little body sculpting around my waist, man, I'd be fine. Say,
I don't have none of that, man. You know, we worked out together, but you know.
well, you know, I'm 230 pounds, 6'1", so there's a difference.
Yeah.
Okay. My point is, I still have a look. I was 275 at one
Yeah,
point.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, before the stroke. Now that I lost the weight, I still got fat around here. A little bit of fat. I ain't got a whole lot. My abs still on there. But my point is, so the answer to the question, yeah, yeah. I ain't got no issue with with sculpting my body. Women do it all day. Why
All
do
the
I get
time.
my nails and feet done?
Yeah.
Why? Women do it all the time. I want to be, so that I still look good to me.
You mentioned earlier about a woman breast drooping as she get older. That's human nature, right? And it's human nature, customary when a man get older, his balls drop. Would you get a ball? Would you get a ball there?
Man, you know something very
Is it
interesting.
sweet or sour when you get
Let me
your
say
balls
this.
lifted?
Let me say this. I wouldn't get maybe I wouldn't do that.
I
And
wouldn't touch that
and
either.
the
No,
reason I wouldn't do
I
that
wouldn't
is
do that either.
because, you know, now let me say this. Most men don't even know this. That if you wear briefs, boxer briefs, and it holds your testicles up, the heat from your body will naturally kill the sperm cells when your testicles are held closer. You really should wear boxers because they're supposed to hang. Most men don't know that because when they hang, you get the sperm cell count is higher. But if you bring it closer to you, he kills sperm cells. Look it up.
I believe you.
No, look it up.
But
So,
there you have it. The
well, I said that.
sperm cell killer.
Yeah, just put some boxer briefs on. You kill all of them. No, but I do want to say, just to wrap this up, is that, you know, for our listeners and our viewers out there, we are bringing an awareness to a culture that exists. And I said this on my personal page. It's not about me and you coming up here saying we sugar daddies. That's not what it's about. What it's about is the culture becoming aware that it's more than just me and you. Most men my age that I say, hey man, you ever took care of a woman? Yeah. And I say, you sugar daddy. They don't even agree.
Well, they don't qualify to be a sugar daddy,
They might.
but they might. They don't know.
No, it's the negative stigma that go with sugar daddies.
Well, they still got to qualify.
Look, I took an Uber the other day. And the Uber driver said, my husband take good care of me. I said, here's sugar daddy. She said, no, he wasn't like that. I said, why not? You say he take good care of you. But now, wait a minute, wait.
Asked her what she thought a sugar daddy was.
Wait. But I respect your sister getting her own bread. But I want to say, but you driving an Uber. So I wonder how good is he really taking care of you?
Maybe that's what she wanted to do, though.
She did. She did. Because she did say me that. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Perception's reality.
Yeah.
So then let me ask this. Sweet or sour then? Is it sweet or is it sour for a man to give up everything he owned for a woman that cheated on him and they broke up? Is it sweet or sour?
Sour. You cheat on me. Now, I'm not saying I wouldn't give you nothing. I'm saying it's sour because you cheated. Now watch this. If I cheated and you cheated, then okay.
But look in the case of like Mary J. Blige, right? Mary J. Blige, she the money maker. The former husband, manager, ex-husband and manager cheated on Mary J. But because she the money maker, she still gotta pay this joker alimony. Sweet or sour?
Sour.
Hands down, it's sour.
Yeah.
Now, if that were the reverse, some people say, oh, that's a come up, that's a come up. But it's sour.
Well,
it's horrible.
So watch this. Because when you say that to me, Mary J might have been so career focused that she didn't pay attention to her man. She the breadwinner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He managing her career.
Yep.
Which means he coming across some beautiful women as a result of you.
Yeah.
And if you got so high and mighty in your career that you married to somebody that you don't acknowledge or even think about, or even when you do, he don't get the credits, What else do you think he gonna
Well,
do?
first of all, that's sour to me. That's bullshit. Cause
It's sour. I said it's
it's
sour.
no, but because it's still communication. Because what else he gonna do if you're not happy? Then leave. You don't get to fuck it all up, divorce her, take her money, do all that shit, and still want to come back.
Take who money?
Mary J money.
Hold on.
No, that's her money.
Hold
That
on.
mother.
Hold
No,
on.
no,
Hold on.
ain't no hold on. He was getting paid for a service.
Hold on.
He was getting paid to manage
I'm
her.
not saying
He
I'm
cheated.
not-
You
I'm-
just said. You just said.
No,
you
listen,
just said.
what I'm saying
if she
to you
cheated,
is she went into a relationship and didn't sign a prenup.
no, we acknowledge. No. Listen, we know what happened, and she's paying for it. So that's off the table. That ain't even what we're discussing. You said earlier. Hold on. You said earlier.
Context.
You said.
Let's set this up with the context, not isolate. I'm saying the context of what you're saying is she married a guy who cheated on her that she paying for, right? You knew the possibilities of that happening before you. Hang on. So we can't. I'm not excusing nothing. I'm with you. Listen to me. I'm with you. All I'm saying is, reverse the roles. He married Jay, and she who she is, and he go out and keep. I mean, he making the money. She gonna do him the same way. Like the problem is, we don't see women want the same rights, equal rights. So the man he collecting. Now, for me, I would tell you this. I'm not gonna marry Mary J and not gonna communicate to her what I need. But if we split up, guess what? Whatever we had accumulated while we was together belongs to me, and I want it. Prior to that, whatever money I assisted and supported and help you make, I manage your career. I want it.
So first of all, context, as you would say.
Okay.
Bullshit. Mary J was Mary J before she married this motherfucker. He came along for the ride and she started marrying. He ain't managed her whole career. They weren't married for about like 10 years.
How you come
Listen,
along for a
hold on,
ride you marry
hold-
somebody?
Hold on.
Hey, what's the ride?
Hold on, like you told me. Don't interrupt me, nickel. Listen.
Go ahead.
Listen. First of all, she was Mary J before. She had all them hits before him. Before him. Okay? He came along. They fell in love, whatever you want to call it. Got married. He in the industry. And then she said, okay. He tried to manage the career that already existed before him. Facts. Right? It still don't excuse what he did the whole nine. We get that. We're not even talking about that part. We're simply talking about exactly what you said earlier. Depending on the nature of how you fuck this relationship up should determine what you get. That dude, if she was career focused and all that, he should have just left or whatever. You still don't get to bring no chick in her crib from the money she earned, because she paying you for the service. Y'all building together. I get all of that. But let's keep it real. If he won't manage her and get in the bag, what are you gonna do? He was getting the bag because of her talent. He managed it because of his talent. So I get it. It was great. But you don't get to exploit it because she was Mary J before she met him. So going back to what you were saying, depending on the nature of how you mess up, determines what you get. He shouldn't get all the shit he getting. I mean, that's sour as hell for what he did to her.
So I said it was sour.
Yeah.
All right. I
Yeah.
did say that.
Yeah, I agree.
And I agree with that. What I don't agree with is the fact of Mary J had all of what you saying.
Yeah. Now I'm agreeing with you that we don't disagree on that.
You had an attorney.
Because if I manage,
You
I
had
want,
an attorney.
I want that part, that
Okay.
10-year part, that 10-year
Okay,
span. I want my millions too.
So come on. Let's not.
I'm with you on that. Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
We saying the same thing.
Yeah,
I agree
yeah,
with you on that.
yeah.
Hey, well look, we appreciate y'all. Y'all gotta
Follow us.
Yes, sir. At Sugar Daddy's Podcast with a Z.
YouTube.
All platforms.
YouTube. Go to YouTube. Subscribe.
Click the
TikTok.
subscribe button.
Subscribe. Instagram. Subscribe.
Facebook. all platforms at Sugar Daddy's Podcast. And don't forget, we're thriving to get to 100,000 followers.
Help us get there.
Help us get there. We're giving out a Louis bag. You want this Louis bag? Tag 2 friends. Subscribe to the podcast.
Like the page.
Like what we're doing. Talk about it. And guess what? Also let us know what you like and what you want to hear. Stay tuned.
And wait a minute. If you have a question, a comment, something you want to say, call 1-855 Ask Daddy. All right?
Let's go.
Call, and if we don't pick up, just leave a message. I can promise you we'll get to your request.
Absolutely. 855 Ask Daddy. Until next time, see you later.